So I made a video earlier talking about how Donald Trump made a post on his Truth Social page about Taylor Swift. Well, right below that, he had another post, and he went on a rant this morning about Kamala Harris, and he was complaining about her unrealized tax on capital gains. The dementia's kicking in because he got the wording wrong. It's tax on unrealized capital gains. As a businessman, you would think he would know this and know the correct order to put these words in. But he continued and he was going on a rant saying how if she's able to do this, it would be bad for investments. We would have a 1929 style depression. The same 1929 style depression that he's been telling us has been coming since he lost the election, which hasn't happened yet. In fact, the economy's doing great. But he went on saying that and saying it was going to be so bad and all of this. But what is he talking about? Well, I did a video about this before, but I'll do it again. He's talking about the idea from Vice President Kamala Harris to tax unrealized capital gains. What are unrealized capital gains? If you buy an investment and it gains value before you sell it, you have gained, like I said, you've gained value. It's unrealized because you haven't sold it, so it's out there as a potential gain. Well, she wants to start taxing that only on people making more than that have more than $100 million in wealth. This would not affect most people. But Donald Trump goes on this rant about job creators being affected by this and everything. One of the reasons she wants to tax this unrealized capital gains is this is how people get away and get around getting paid big money when they are CEOs of companies and they are rich people. Instead of taking a massive multi-million dollar paycheck, they take a very low paycheck for their income tax, and then they get given stock options. Well, until they sell the stock, it doesn't matter, and they can build their wealth. Well, then they get a big stock portfolio and they take a loan against that stock, and now they've gained access to the value of that stock through this loan that, yes, they would have to repay, but they have access to the money that was there, and then they go out and they buy something else that also starts appreciating in value. And they keep doing this, and then they never have to actually pay taxes on a lot of this. And with some of the stocks, if they make a bunch of money and then they split, and now they're worth less per share, you can actually sell those at a loss. They consider it a loss, and you write it off in your taxes as you lost money on this stock. So they're just gaming the system. And Kamala Harris wants to stop that and start making money for the federal government to fund the projects and the things that we need to fund. But Donald Trump was having this big meltdown and said it was going to be a 1929 style depression. He doesn't know what he's talking about, and you would think a businessman would actually know what an unrealized capital gain is, and it's not this unrealized tax on capital gains. There's no such thing as an unrealized tax. He got the words wrong, but he's doing it so often, it's very clear that there is something very wrong with Donald Trump.